Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Savage Lord. Welcome to today's video. I'm gonna be playing the match that you're watching in the background, so I apologize if you hear my sticks going off in the back. But yeah, I wanted to make a follow-up video on WWE2K22. Now, as of the day I'm recording this, it's been 6 days since the 2K22 Rant video, where I talked about how WWE has been, 2K has been just lacking information. Well, ever since I made that video, they announced, I think 2 days after I made that video, they announced that they're going to give us a roster reveal in the next week. Now, obviously, the roster reveal is out right now, and you can go check it out yourself on the official WWE2K roster page. But if you don't want to do all that work, I got you. You should see the full roster list on your screen right now. So yeah, we got a lot of released talent, and there's even released talent that I didn't think was even gonna be in the game. One of the biggest examples of that is freaking Braun Strowman. That dude got released so long ago, but he's still in the game. I didn't think that was gonna happen. Another one is Murphy. I don't exactly remember the full list off the top of my head. Like, I just want to say another thing. These rants aren't scripted. Like, this is all off the top of my head. But yeah, I just want to say that I'm happy that 2K finally gave us the roster. You know, we're quite literally a week away from release now. And I don't know. We got the roster. There's still more that we need. But right before I started recording this, they also gave us that blessing. They gave us another blessing. They announced that on March 3rd, we're going to be getting a ringside report. And that's most likely going to be the final ringside report that we're going to get for 2K22. And then we just got to wait for the days to count down until I can finally play that game. They announced that the ringside report is going to be based on showcase mode, and it's also going to give us information on the other modes in the game. And I'm really happy about that. Now, obviously, I'm happy that Rey Mysterio is getting the showcase, but this isn't really a thing that I feel like we should be getting a ringside report on. They should just make the ringside report on the other modes, and then that's it. We don't really need information on the Rey Mysterio showcase mode. I mean, come on, it's a showcase mode. We're just going back and reliving some of his greatest matches from his career. We don't need a ringside report on that. And hopefully the ringside report doesn't focus like half of the video on that showcase and then give us like 3 minutes talking about the other modes. I want to talk about some things that I really hope 2K provides for us in this ringside report in a couple of days. The first thing, and this is quite literally the biggest thing that 2K needs to elaborate on: universe mode. For far too long, we've gotten the same plain old universe mode. I get it. There's not really much that they can add because it's just like God mode of WWE. But there really is things that they can add. I've said this before. WWE 2K16 is the biggest example. It had that WWE.com feature. They can add the social media from MyGM. Like, after every show, they give us like a MyGM report on how the show was. And then we just keep on going. Like, that's why they should have just integrated MyGM and Universe mode into one mode. Just call it My Universe. Just mix the two together. I understand this is their first time with MyGM in a very long time. And I understand that there's a lot of things that go into making the My GM mode, which is, I feel like 2K didn't really exactly know how to make this GM mode. So that's why we have the 1 year limit. And that's why, this was the My GM for 2K22 is going to be an experiment. I feel like they're going to really build off of the feedback that it gets when the game comes out. And in 2K23, we're going to get the most amazing My GM. Like, they're going to make it just like the old one. And hopefully in 2K23, there's going to be no limit to the My GM. Like, you could just go infinitely like universe mode. But like I said, at that point, you might as well just mix the two modes into one. Nobody would be mad. Trust me, nobody would be mad. Another thing that I want to see them put into the Ringside report for universe mode, I just want to see something new. Like, I'm just sick of the constant bland universe mode that we've been getting. They keep saying that there's new cutscenes, but I never really see anything new. Like, do you know that I've been playing 2K19 since release day? I've been doing universe mode since release day. Did you know that it took until last year for me to see 2 new cutscenes that I've never seen before? Hold on. When was this? No. Yeah. It took until last year for me to actually see 2 new cutscenes. Not 2 years ago. Last year. That's when I finally saw 2 new cutscenes for universe mode. And that's crazy. And then just went back to the same old. I'm hoping that they actually mean it, that we're going to get new cutscenes this year. We need new cutscenes. Another thing that we need is that My GM Spectate feature. They gotta put that in universe mode, man. Those camera angles seem cool as hell. Alright, enough about universe mode. Listen, I'm a big fan of that mode. I just want to see it shine. I want to see it thrive, man. Another thing that I want to see in the Ringside report, we need some creation suite information. This is another big thing that 2K need to elaborate on. The creation suite is literally one of the biggest parts of the game, and it's definitely going to be one of the biggest parts of the game, because as soon as the game comes out, we're going to get flooded with AEW and release stars, but we don't know what's new with the creation suite. They showed us that there's new body types, body classes, but that's not, like, that's cool and all, but have they improved on the creation suite? Like, we've seen the clothing improvements on the models for the WWE superstars, but we need to see more than that, like hairstyles. Does long hair not look so retarded when a superstar is in the air? There's a lot for creation suite that I can't think of off the top of my head right now, but there's a lot that we need to see for creation suite. Next thing is the new My Faction mode. Yeah, remember that mode that they said they bring into the game, and said literally they talked about it once and never again. How do you introduce a new mode into your game, a completely fresh new mode, and give us absolutely no information on it? I know that My GM's the big mode that came back that everybody's going to be playing and revolving around. But we can't just not talk about My Faction. Like, at least try to get us interested into the new mode. Or do they know that they just added this mode in as filler and nobody's gonna like it? I personally know that I am probably never gonna touch that My Faction mode. Maybe on day one, I'll like do like a minute of it, see what's going on. But still, it's a new mode and everything deserves to have some shine. Give My Faction a chance. Tell us about it. All that we know is that it's some WWE Supercard console version, apparently. But Yeah, we need to get some information on that. Like, I at least want to get some interest for this new mode you're bringing in. Next on the list, My Rise, or My Career. They renamed it My Rise. Nobody wants to hear about My Rise. I get it. It's the My Career. You want to just dive into that for yourself and find out what it's like. But we gotta know something. Like, just a little bit of information. Like, are we gonna get the tower modes like 2K19's My Career? Like, what's the skill tree gonna look like? Like, stuff like that. I don't know. We need, like, I'm not gonna lie. In this Ringside report, they're gonna need to, like, give us information to talk about all the way up until the game's release. Because that's how they're gonna get the people hyped. That's how they're gonna get the people completely hooked. The week before release, that's when you got to put all of the hype in. And that's what I hope. I'm hoping that they deliver with this Ringside report. Also, before I continue on with this, I just want to talk about something. Listen, Twitter's been my main source for everything 2K22. But there's one thing that has been getting on my nerves. I'm probably going to piss some people off who are part of the woman community. For some reason, they're still calling them divas on Twitter. I'm not going to ask why, but the people who are, like, rooting for the woman of the game, but they are so annoying on Twitter. When I tell you, every tweet that I go on for 2K22 news, they are just everywhere. Like, what about the woman? What about the woman? Where's this girl? Where's this girl? We don't care about the men. Talk about the woman. Showcase more women screenshots. Showcase more woman gameplay. I assure you, the women are getting as much love in the game. We're not getting the content, but I assure you, the women are in the game. They're not going anywhere. They don't need to show women content every single damn day. Like, it's actually crazy. Like, they're everywhere too, bro. Like, I was scrolling through Twitter while recording because I was trying to think of some more things to talk about. And I saw that one of them blocked every person that was involved with the making of 2K22 because in the roster reveal, some of the women that were in the previous game weren't shown on the roster, acting like DLC isn't a thing, and they're acting like DLC isn't something that we're going to be getting as the game rolls out. And that's another thing to talk about. DLC, that's a big thing we got to hear on the Ringside report, because I won't lie, I see some spots that could be filled on that roster. Where's the NXT talent at? Like, there's a big chunk of NXT that is missing from the game. MSK, Cora Jade, Braun Breaker, the fucking NXT champion isn't on the roster. How? What? The goddamn NXT champion isn't even on the fucking roster. Braun Breaker is the NXT champion. He's not in the game. And it's seeming like he's going to be post-launch DLC. But that's crazy that one of the champions isn't even already on the roster. I don't know if that's happened before. Oh, yeah, nah. Tommaso Ciampa was NXT champion, but he refused to be in the game, I think, because they didn't pay him enough. but thankfully he's in the game this year. Thank God. So yeah, we need to know. We need NXT talent as DLC. There's some legend women who are actually missing. Like Lita is the biggest example. We don't know if she's going to be showcase DLC or post-launch DLC. And there's one more thing that I wanted to be shown. Entrances. On the Ringside report, can we at least see a championship entrance? Like, we haven't even seen what the championships look like in the game yet. I've heard content creators say that they've looked the realest that they ever have. I want to see that, you know? Like, there's a lot of things, like, we just need a glimpse, a look before the game drops, you know? Do you know, if they were to show as much content as they could, like, if they give us entrances, a whole nother match, show off the championships, and imagine, just imagine this, if they reworked universe mode and made it even better. Like, at least give us a new presentation. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that wraps it up for everything that I want to see in 2K22. Or well, everything that I hope that they show us in the Ringside report. But the number one thing that I'm going to be looking for is universe mode information. Like I said, I don't want it to be the same old that we've been getting over the years. I really am hoping that 2K22 is going to live up to all of this hype. They got the entire wrestling fan base in their hands right now. They got the whole fan base in their hands right now with this game. If 2K22 comes out and it's a disappointment, I don't even think the fans are going to want 2K to make another game. This has to be the big comeback. This has to be it. The big return. We can already see that the gameplay is going to be there. I've said this multiple times. The gameplay is going to be great. But everything else has to be great too. The My Rise story. Hopefully it's not something corny. The 2K20 story for my career, that was terrible. No, it wasn't. No, it was terrible. I can't even defend that. That story was not good. Especially how they tried to have, the female character is hiding. The male character is adopted. Hiding the secret. And for some reason the character, like, it just that story did not hit different. But hopefully this year's story does. IGM, I can confidently say that I will not be caring about that mode because there's no mid-card titles from what we saw. There's a limit to it for 1 year, so that already makes me not want to do it because it's just going to be a waste of time. Yeah. Then we got My Faction. Once again, we don't know anything about it. Creation Suite. We need to see we need to see, like, show us the process. Just make a custom character and show us how that menu looks, how the process is, you know. I hope that they deliver with this Ringside report. I hope that the game actually hits different. And I hope you guys enjoyed this little rant. Hit that like button. If you are new to the channel, which I know everybody who is going to be watching this video is, please hit that subscribe button so you can see WWE2K22 content on day 1, March 8th. I will have a stream on this channel starting at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Going to be playing some games until the game officially comes out. And then gonna do a tutorial. Gonna do a exhibition match to see how the gameplay is. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do universe mode. I'm gonna go into it and see how that looks. And then after I do everything that I wanted to see, I'm gonna do the first little bit of my career to see how it is. And then I'm going to go to sleep. Thank you guys for watching this video. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.